Hi, I'm Dr. Laura Larson coming to you from Vail, Colorado, and we're going to explain to you step 2 of our protocol on how to get well and stay well. What's the head pin? A lot of times in healthcare, people are running around trying to chase all these back pins, trying to medicate or make some sort of attention to them. When in bowling, you always want to hit the head pin first because a lot of other pins are going to fall, right? So in our last video, we talked about pin 1. How are we going to make your system do what it's supposed to do to detox, handle bugs, handle the processes of basically having a strong, healthy, balanced immune system? Okay, here we're going to talk about the second pin. The second pin, especially during this coronavirus time, is how to deal with, I would say, how we're dealing with bug infection and what we call the biome of the body, right? Your immune system's, lack of better terms, mucous membrane snot wall, okay? Everything that makes a tube, such as everything in your lungs, your throat, your ears, and everything through your gut and everything through there, makes mucus, okay, which we call biofilm now. That's a new word. They used to call it leaky gut problems. Now they call it biofilm. And what happens is, it's in our bodies, we need to have a lot of Pac-Man. In step 1, we basically are teaching you how to make your own body's natural Pac-Man. Pac-Man's job is to go ahead and detox, grab the toxins, grab the monsters, bugs, right? Clean up the system, make it work and thrive. So what's going on is if we build up the Pac-Man from step 1, then we're going to say, where are the bad guys, right? In this, especially in this crisis, we know there's a lot to do with pneumonia, right? The body is settling into an infection. There's a storm, which is called a cytokine storm. We're going to make those the dots in this explanation. The cytokine storm means that your immune system is irregularly reacting. It's freaking out, right? Why is it freaking out? Some people will, some people won't. Some people's immune systems will go ahead and just do its job and move along because that immune system is very healthy. An unhealthy immune system is the one that's going to freak out, creating more of toxins in the body that we need to clean up with our Pac-Man. Okay, so in your body is a thing called biofilm. So let's pretend like this is the tube of anything in your lungs, in your intestines, things like that. When the biofilm gets sick, which leads to a lot of people's diagnoses, right? Asthma, emphysema, COPD, anything to do with allergies, right? Things that are just kind of the slime of the body. That's in the upper respiratory. Maybe you have ear infections. Maybe you have sinus problems, right? The other thing is your gut tube, right? And there's a lot of talk about how the gut-brain axis, it's very important how these two are communicating to each other. The gut, same thing. If you have gut problems, colitis or gastritis, a lot of itises. Itis means inflammation, right? So therefore, if something's inflamed, if you have problems, there's usually probably a sick wall, right? The slime sits on the wall. And in the slime, we now know that the bugs and stuff will kind of hang out in there like its own little cocoon protected. Makes it harder for medication, herbals, anything to go out and get them, right? Because they're hiding out in there in a nice little nest. We need to, what we're going to work on is, our recommendation in step 2 is we're going to work on getting that biofilm clean. And when getting it clean, yes, there might be some disruption, which means these little guys hanging out inside might get outside. There's also guys just hanging out outside, right? These are the free floaters that are easier to get. It's good though to get them out, clean the tank, make that film clean. If the tube has a sick wall or sick slimy coating for a long period of time, then the wall is obviously going to get sick, right? It's been sitting on there for a long time. So the walls get thin, things go through there that shouldn't go through there, it gets toxic, and we end up with a big old bad, nasty, toxic bathtub again, right? So what are we going to do? We're going to recommend in our protocol that you use something as a biofilm buster. We're going to use something to get this thing to kind of dissolve out, and then something that will keep that petri dish slime wall kind of clean. In science class, when you're in high school, remember we had petri dishes and we kind of grew mold on them, right? That's kind of what we want. We want a clean petri dish, not a moldy petri dish. Because a moldy petri dish living in here attracts infection, right? It attracts things to go wrong and not handle themselves very well. We're going to go ahead and help to get that biofilm clean, get that petri dish clean, and then we're also going to follow that up with a couple recommendations of what am I going to do to kill bugs, co-infections, anything that's living in there that shouldn't be. We kind of want it to kind of go down, be clean, so that when and if we do get coronavirus, that basically our body handles it effectively with a healthy immune system. What you're going to find in every step we recommend, there is nothing anybody has, medical, holistic, etc., that we know of at this time, that can actually kill the virus itself, right? So basically what every treatment out there is doing is getting you to be ideal, hopefully, to handle the bug. Medical care right now is going into, if the patient goes into acute, severe pneumonia, they're basically giving meds to try to release it as fast as they can so the person doesn't pass away. right? What we're talking about doing is we are trying to optimize your immune system so that you can handle the crisis that comes at you. But you, again, are still the healer. The herb is not the healer. The taking down the biofilm is not the healer. It's the opportunity. It's the opportunity for you to have all the power you need in that battery focused at the problem at hand. When the body has all this very weak battery focused at many problems, we don't have enough energy at the problem. So we're going to try to clear your system up, make it thrive so you can handle anything that comes your way.